All right, guys. What's cracking? What's crack-a-lacking? What's Marvin say? What's going on? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Wherever you are in the world, I say welcome to my humble abode here in Sydney, Australia. We're about 10 minutes early. I've had a busy day. It is Tuesday, May 26th at 11:21 a.m. I've been on the go since 4:15 a.m. coaching, editing, filming, uploading, recording, now live streaming. So you could do a lot in 7 hours if you wake up at 4 a.m. I just uploaded my breakdown, prediction, and analysis of Ray Ford versus Oshaki Foster. If you're not aware of who my picks are, check that video out. It's under the fight prediction playlist. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. For all the JSB insiders, you guys have 2 tickets so far. I gave you guys a 2-leg double and then a method of victory double. All of the tickets are plus money. There's UFC fights, so there's a lot to get into. I'm going to be posting at least 2 more tickets today. Wherever you are in the world, like this video. If you're not in our Discord, if you're not a JSB insider, click the link that's pinned here. And let's get into this. We'll go over the odds. It's awesome watching Cleveland get swept. And Fresh BX, Johnny better have his normal enthusiasm. Meaning the Cavs wasn't good. What do you want from me, mate? I'm from Cleveland. Bitch, I'm from the land till I die. Bumping that Bone Thugs till I die. What do you want from me, man? When I heard the word occurred, I said, oh my lord. Laying on the curb, and I hit it twice, they blended to the hell. And what I lonely down, damn, she gonna whack the fool. Out of the 2C2, she do. What about Wally? He lost his cool. Sipping on murder, sipping on Foster Homes. What if I said I missed it all? Come on, man. Bone Thugs in Harmony, Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not gonna cheer against anybody else. I never said Cleveland was gonna win the title. But New York ain't the city of dreams, and everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might get if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law, and I'm from the dog pound, the imperial, the lyrical. To see me is gonna take a miracle. I mean, New York's gonna get beat by either San Antonio or OKC, but that's neither here nor there. Hopefully that's the enthusiasm you want. They thought I was they thought I was playing when I said Knicks in 4. They'd be lucky to the gang. Knicks money line. I try to get you winners, Johnny. New York. Hey man, I got no hate for New York. I don't like Detroit. New York never wins. New York is a horrible franchise. At least we got a ring. When's the last time y'all? Walt Frazier got us a ring. We got a ring, but what did Walt Frazier even get y'all motherfuckers a ring? Y'all don't even have a ring. Shut up. And you guys won't have a ring. You guys are the biggest. I mean, look at your salary. We're a small market Midwestern franchise, and we have a ring before the New York Knicks. How crazy is that? What does Spike Lee have to say about that? Let me ask you this. Oh, you think you're my master now? Let me ask you this. Can you kick my ass? But yeah, New York is mud. I mean, you guys have Hall of Famers who've never had rings. Patrick Ewing, no ring. Because he couldn't beat the Bulls. It happens. These things happen. Allen Houston, when he was with the Knicks, no rings. Johnny Starks, my favorite Knick of all time, no rings. So you can make it what you want to make it. Fresh BX, you're my guy. Great week of boxing. So many good fights. Great week of boxing. There's multiple cards. Cards in the US, cards in the UK. There's cards in Asia. There's MMA cards, UFC cards. There is a festival of spoils. So we'll get into it. Nathan, Johnny, you got no worry about Holly Southpaw. Bro, they already fought, Nathan. Nathan and Barr, they already fought, and Holly Holm is horrible. They already fought. We already watched it. We watched the matchup. Stephanie Holm beat the brakes off of Holly Holm. We already saw this fight. Why is this going down again? I do not know. Like, nobody wants to see Holly Holm get beat up again. We've already watched that fight. But it's a good cash out. You know, she's a boxing Hall of Famer, former UFC champion. She'll put, some bums in the seats. I get it. Stephanie Hahn's just the better boxer. Jalen Brunson, like that, who would have thought when they signed him, people were saying, Bus, he's a dog. He's never going to get a ring, though. Jalen Brunson ain't like that. Jalen Brunson, dude, they're not coming out the East, mate. Cat ain't getting a ring in New York. Brunson ain't getting no ring in New York. It's not shocking. No one's beaten either San Antonio. And hope to God, hope to whatever sky god, whatever spirituality you practice, whatever discipline of a higher power you are into, let's all hope the Spurs beat OKC. Because nobody wants to see soft ass, soft batch cookie OKC in the final. Nobody wants to see them win. Nobody wants to see them win. They over SGA. If I'm picking squads in the street, I'm taking Steph over SGA. I'm sorry. He's not the biggest dude, but Steph Castle's going to bang on you. He's going to be in your grill. He's going to throw hands if he has to. Not a selfish player. 21 years old, dude. San Antonio, when Vassell is your old head, when Vassell is your veteran, he's 25. This is this is the most I've watched of the Spurs this playoffs because I'm a Cavs fan. If you're not Cleveland, I ain't watching you. I ain't got time for all that. But that Spurs team is tough, man. And we didn't even talk about Wemby. We didn't even talk about the alien. So don't get all this talking cat. Michael Bridges. Brunson. No one's winning anything in the East, man. What you thought? You think that suspicious New York team's gonna beat the Spurs or OKC? It ain't happening. I gotta rewatch the. You might not like it if you rewatch the first 3 minutes. I know we was starting. I had to get it. I had to start it before you, Fresh. Shoot. No one's winning out the East. I mean, it's not shocking. Those two, the only thing the Knicks could hope for is if the OKC and the Spurs go all 7, which it looks like it might, and they just beat the brakes off of each other, and there's some injuries. But and there are some injuries on both lineups. But that Spurs team with Wemby playing the way Wemby is just mean. The edge Wemby plays with, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see SGA going up for shots and falling. Man, get your punk ass out of here. Cat's doing TikToks, all weird. Man, the vibe OKC has is just weird, man. Get out of here. Yeah, them zesty, boy. The zesty finals would be OKC with Cat's fruity ass. Cat's fruity ass. This is horrible. What's up, boys? Let's go. Let's see what the odds are saying. Fresh BX trolling me. They don't even make New York Knicks fans. Fresh BX isn't a Knicks fan. There's no such thing as for real. There's no such thing as a Knicks fan. It's just something to do at Madison Square Garden if you live in New York and there's a basketball game. Nobody's a true Knicks fan. You know, I mean, you guys have never won anything. It's one of the worst big market franchises in pro sports history. Look how much money you guys have. You have an unheralded amount of money to pay for players, and you guys stink. Every year, you guys haven't ever. The Cavs have won a world title over you guys. Can't even call it a world title. The Cavs, when a Cleveland team has won a major sports championship over a New York team, you know you're mud. You know, it's just not going to happen. I don't see the Knicks. If I live till I'm 70 or 80, I don't think the Knicks will ever win a championship. They're just terrible. They're just the worst franchise in NBA history. What's up, Brandon? As you can tell, we're about to get swept on our home court. Cleveland in the house. I'm super salty. Nobody wants Timothy Chalamet. I mean, get your weird-looking ass out of here, Ben Stiller. Get out of here. All right, let's see it. So we're going to do a rundown. Kurbanov wins. Robesi wins. MJ wins. The boys are trying to talk me into taking Psycho over Charlie Edwards. I don't know yet. Charlie Edwards, Kodawa wins, beats Will Harrison. I already looked at that tape. I don't know about this Kaysen fight. Kevin Lorena, Mary, he should beat Mary. If Kevin Lorena can't beat Mary, I mean, maybe he hangs him up. You know, maybe. Kevin Lorena had his moments against Justice. If you rewatch that fight late, wobbled Hooney. So Lorena, you know, if you're a Lorena guy, 47% return is tasty right now. Fran Hennessy, I hate betting on Fran. I want to. Somebody's going to beat her. Will it be the Italian? Probably not. Roman Freeze. I'm not betting on Roman Freeze. Adam Azim. I mean, you guys think the boys in my dude, y'all cats in my Discord are acting crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. There's some boys in my Discord who are talking about Adam Azim like he is the best fighter of all time. It's insane. So I don't know. Is Adam Azim as good as people think he is? I don't know. He fought Kurt Scobie. Scobie fought him on 48 hours notice. And he was kind of playing with his food a bit. And Kurt Scobie's like an influencer boxer. 68-49. Oh, Jared Allen, 3 quarters into the game, gets his first field goal. He was 0 for 1 in the first half. 1 shot attempt. And Cat is fruity. Jalen Brunson with the ball, 68-51. The Cavs were down by 30 points in the second quarter. Michael Bridges, soft ass. The Knicks are flopping now. James Harden for 3 and misses. And a turnover. Max Strus literally just throws in the hands of the Knicks. Savage time Saturday. Nah, Ray Savage is a level below. Ray Savage, this fight, Raymond Ford versus Shock Foster is probably going to look like Jack Catterall versus Giasov in terms of, a style, a level below. Raymond Ford, he's not. What's his path to victory? He's going to beat him in a foot race? Jeez, Cleveland's disgusting. What do you think of Charlie Edwards? Listen to the crowd in the second half. We're going to hear who's louder. On to boxing. I know that people don't want to hear this. Well, the boys in the chat know that we're a professional betting community. So if you're in our Discord, it's not just boxing. I have 2 plays right now. I have a couple prop plays with the Cavs and the Knicks. It's an MMA chat. When football season's here, we do lives during football games. So, it's only Tuesday too. It's Tuesday, May 26th. The fights don't start for about 4 days. It's Monday in America. And Cleveland's going to get swept on their home court. And Jared Allen can't make a layup. Raymond Ford stops. That's insane. Yeah, Raymond Ford can't stop. Raymond Ford got outclassed against Nick Ball. Sup, Johnny? Thoughts on these parlays? Azim money line, Fraser on points, Hunt on points, Kurbanov, MJ, Pav, Sogidor. Yeah, I have a UFC parlay cooking. I do. I like that. I might do a combination too, like you're doing. Adu Azim is Brit's golden boy. If he loses, there'll be a days in the morning. Yeah, I'm not saying Adam Azim's not good. I'm not quick to ordain. People in the Discord said Adam Azim would beat Teofimo Lopez. I'm like, what are you guys talking about, dude? Like the type of revisionist history because Teo loses to Shakur, all of a sudden Adam Azim, a 24-year-old who's never fought at the world level, would beat Teofimo Lopez. It's like, what are you guys talking about, dude? What are we really doing here? I like Adam Azim. I watch his fights. I think he's skilled. I think he's talented. This is his big step up against Steve Claggett. Guys, Steve Claggett's been a pro for like 20 years. This guy fights everybody really tough. Steve Claggett is always in a fight. He's going to be there for the entire fight. We're going to see. I mean, should he be a plus 700? Hell no. Why would I take Adam Azim getting 12% on $100? Why not sprinkle a half unit on Claggett? Claggett could win this fight. People, watch Steve Claggett fight, dude. Because he has so many losses, it's hard for him to get fights. He fought Teofimo Lopez really well. He's awkward. He throws punches at weird angles. His punching sort of like output is high. He could, oh my God. And Cleveland is mine. What do you think of Lourdes? I brought this up yesterday. I do. I haven't jumped the gun on this yet, but so far, I think she's on upset alert. I don't rate Yocosta Valley, dude. Yocosta Valley. Juarez is the world champion. She's a plus 320. I mean, I think Juarez is live there. I haven't jumped yet, but those odds are crashing. Yesterday during the live stream, she was plus She was plus 380. She's only plus 320 now. So money is coming in on Juarez. Right now, that's probably the most live dog I like is Juarez to beat Valle. But I'm not. She is 39 years old. But we've seen this. We're looking at patterns here. We've seen patterns with Mexican female fighters who are massive dogs, and they out volume, they outwork, they outpoint, and they drown these girl fighters. So we'll see. Is your hair wet? No, my hair's not wet. My hair's just growing. My hair ain't wet, boy. Can you go over the girl fights? Are we betting on the girl fights, boys? I mean, Stephanie Hahn's going to beat Holly Holm. Amanda Serrano is a 90-1 favorite. I think Yacasa Valley's on upset alert. And then from there, I don't have any other of the fights. Guys, it's only Tuesday here in Australia, so I'm not getting all these fights. Jared Allen plays so freaking soft, dude. Savage throws more combos. Shock just 1-2-1 and not a lot of variations. Yeah, but Raymond, let's not call him racist. Raymond Ford is very predictable with his footwork, very predictable with his punch placement. He's not, dude, you act like Raymond Ford has a diverse punch arsenal. He doesn't punch hard. His feet are too frantic. He doesn't know how to cut the ring off. When you look at a guy like Oshaki Foster, who's an accurate puncher, precise, doesn't waste a lot, can catch and shoot, can counter. He's the bigger guy. He's the longer guy. His resume is far more in width. He's the A side. It's at home in Texas. He's the better boxer. Raymond, like Shock Foster will win this 8-4. I like unanimous decision. He'll make it look easy. Stephanie Hahn, Ford, Edwards. Yeah, I just don't like Edward. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on betting on Sonny Edwards' brother. I mean, Psycho could win that fight. I like South African boxing. I won a lot of money on Kusei 2 weeks ago as my dog. Dude, Max Struess just getting hoe checked. When I was coming up and you got punked in front of your boys, we called that getting hoe checked. And Max Struess misses a layup, misses a rebound on the offensive end. They go down. He doesn't pick his guy up, and Gay Cat hits a three. And Evan Mobley misses a three. What are you shooting threes for, Mobley? I hate Cleveland. Azim by knockout. I think Claggett might have got stopped early on in his career. I don't think Azim will knock him out. Yeah, Discord can talk wild. Yeah, they're talking about Adam Azim like he's freaking a Hall of Famer already who has this wild resume. Let's see Adam Azim's resume. I could see Claggett winning this fight, dude. I could see Claggett winning. What do we like about Adam Azim? Because I like his body punching. He's a bit long. Like, he has holes. What I don't like about Adam Azim is his guard. Is have we seen him have to overcome a lead? Have we seen him get pressed? Have we seen him come back on the scorecards? Have we seen him be the nail yet? Until I see all that, I'm not high on any fighter. I'm not about to ordain anybody until I see what he could do with adversity. We're gonna see that. Claggett's a real 20-year veteran. Has fought everybody, has traveled, doesn't mind being the B-side. What has Azim done, dude? 80 pro rounds. He has 80 pro rounds. 24 years old, 80 pro rounds. It took him 12 rounds to stop Kurt Scobie. Kurt Scobie took that fight on 48 hours notice. Sergey Lipnitz was 48 years old when he fought him. O'Hara Davies fought him at 140. 8 rounds got him out of there. And then from there, not much. Not much. Look, I'm not saying I'm taking Claggett. I'm just saying I'm not like, is Adam Azim the dude? They think he's the dude. This motherfucker's been in the game forever, dude. You think he's been 50 pro fights, he's been stopped once. You think a 24-year-old kid with a handful of pro rounds is going to stop Claggett? I don't know, man. Claggett's a freaking dog, dude. Watch him fight. Claggett fights very determined. I thought the Teofimo Lopez fight was really close. I didn't think it was that wide on the score. That was that weird fight they fought in Florida, I think at the Caribe Royale in Orlando, and they scored every round for Teo. I thought Claggett fought him well. You know, stopped him. He loses to Matthew Germain. Matthew Germain's the guy who took Dalton Smith the distance. Maybe a year and a half ago, Matthew Germain went to the UK. Dalton Smith was a high favorite to win by knockout and went the distance. So he loses a split decision to Matthew Germain. And a lot of guys are from Canada. He's a Canadian guy. It's not my official pick, but I'm not. I woke up this morning like Adam Azim knocks out Teofimo Lopez. I'm like, what are you guys talking about, dude? You guys need to chill out. I'm not even getting the Bivol fight, guys. They must be like, nah, we're not letting you bet on the Bivol fight. Are you? Look, I'm not even. We're not even. Look, these are the only fights I'm getting, boys. And if the fights aren't appearing on my book, how can I break it down? You know what I'm saying? So, Kurbanov, Robesi, MJ. I think Psycho could beat Charlie Edwards, mate. I don't. I think Psycho could definitely beat Charlie Edwards. I've only seen Psycho fight once. I think I've been thinking about taking Psycho as my dog. Cleveland getting dunked on, turning the ball over. New York is doing TikToks on the sideline. Spike Lee's barbecuing. They got wave caps on. In Cleveland, this team is so soft. James Harden traveling, turning the ball over. Sam Merrill shooting air balls. Cleveland down 24. Just beat them by 50, dude. Cat dunking on people? Oh my God. I think Adam Azim needs 2 or 3 fights before to. Yeah. I think Adam Azim gets smoked against Dalton Smith. That's the fight people want to see is people think it's going to be Adam Azim versus Dalton, but I don't think Adam Azim is there. I'm only halfway through the tape of Shockford. Ford ain't a cakewalk per se, but this is a big. But his recent fights, he hasn't fought nobody with any resistance. Yeah, the thing with what I don't like in Raymond Ford's tape is he struggled with Komatov when Komatov was pushing him, pressing him. He struggled with Nick Ball pressing him. Will Shock Foster? I don't think Shock Foster's going to back up too much. Shock Foster's going to have the reach advantage. He's the bigger dude. I think he punches harder. He's the more accurate puncher. He's just a better boxer. When you're looking at the pros and cons of a fighter and you're watching these guys fight, who's the better boxer? Who's the more skilled fighter? Who has the more well-rounded game? Shock Foster, man. I don't even think Raymond Ford's fully developed yet, which is a good thing. He's only 27 years old. I just now, 2 fights ago, started to see him punch properly. Day one of power punching is settling in your heels, digging your toes in, and sitting on shots. When you watch Ray Ford punch, it's like, no one ever taught him how to punch. His feet are everywhere. He doesn't cut the ring off. He does a lot of things really basic, and he gets by because he has world-class hand speed. I think a guy like Shock Foster is going to make him look really, really average. I think he's going to find him out. I think it's going to look like how Catterall beat Giasov, how there's levels. Strategy-wise, do you always look at who is promoting the fight before? It's important to know who A-sides are. 100% Trey Moore. We have to talk about this because patterns emerge. We know during Golden Boy fight, we know during top-ranked fights, A-sides generally win. Golden Boy fights, PBC fighters haven't been doing that good lately. We know about Zuffa, 50-50 fights. Cat is styling and profiling. Cleveland's not getting back on defense. 84-50. Cleveland's down 30. Cleveland's at home, down 30. Let's just go down 50. Let's go down a cool 50, keep it even, and just go on holidays. Most of the people Ford have been fighting at 130 off for no resistance. They don't fight him back. He's only had 2 fights at 130. He's a 126 guy. He struggled with Nick Ball's pressure. He struggled with Komatov. Needed a walk-off home run. He's not at the. He's not. He hasn't fought anybody at the world level. Main concern with Lorena is the fight is in Belgium. Opponent's home. Lorena more active fighting on the front foot. They fought once already. We already have tape on this, guys. Whenever we're dealing with fighters with rematches, just watch the first fight. They don't always go the same way, but you get a good sense on what to expect. You get a good sense on a guy's pros and a guy's cons. You guys were asking me about Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holm. We watched that fight already. Holly Holm lost literally every exchange. She was old, slow. Her footwork was terrible. No setups. And Stephanie Hahn's just the better boxer as well. I think that double money line, Hahn on the money line, Shock on the money line. Guys, I put my Shock Foster bet in 2 months ago. So this is nothing. I haven't had to think about this. Look at our long quarterly parlay. I hate Cleveland. They just absolutely are terrible. Desley Robinson, Mary Spencer. I mean, are we betting on this? What is this? The odds are decent. I haven't really broke this down. I might. You guys are gonna ask me in a day. It might show up on a parlay. I'm not excited about that fight. Do you see another 50% return? I don't think I want to take on with Shock. I know they fought already. I just have a. I don't understand that. Then no. If you don't want to take on and Shock, then no. I don't have another 50% return. The UFC. There's some good matchups in the UFC. I'll get to that in a second. You guys do. We'll get to it, boys. We'll get to it. I'm watching Cleveland get eliminated, mate. Beating the brakes off of Cleveland on their court. How embarrassing. Fire Kenny Atkinson, dude. Get Atkinson out of there. We need a young guy. Nick Ball is better than anybody on Shock's. That is a crazy statement. Nick Ball at 126 pounds is not better than anybody on Shock's resume. Nick Ball got that ass beat against Brandon Figueroa and was found out. Guys, this is what's happening. Guys are being found out. They're manufacturing guys at a club level. When they get raised to a world level, even if they're world title and world champions at this time, you still don't know if they're the truth or not. And I told you that Nick Ball was not the truth. Sammy Goodman, 122-pounder, fought tooth and nail against Nick Ball at 126. And Sammy Goodman's a small 126, not a puncher. And he was winning a lot. He was winning rounds against Nick Ball. Nick Ball's not a guy to proclaim. You think Nick Ball beats Cool Boy Steph? You think Nick Ball beats Robesi? What are you talking about? That's a crazy statement. Nick Ball is mud. One gear, comes forward, doesn't hide any of his work, doesn't set up any of his shots. His punch accuracy is very subpar, doesn't have one punch knockout power, comes forward, gets hit with everything. What? You think he's better than Robesi Ramirez? 89-61. When Shamit is hitting everything, Jared Allen, you got Evan Mobley bringing the ball up. 89-61. Oh, we scored. Why? I know, it's torture. Because I'm a Cleveland, man. Because you don't know what it's like, boys. You don't know what it's like to be me. 89-63 New York. I'm sitting through it. This is the life of a Cleveland sports fan. I sat through 1988, The Drive with John Elway. 1987, I was 5 years old. The Fumble with Ernest Biner. I sat through 1989, The Shot at Richfield Coliseum with Michael Jordan. I sat through 1997, The Air, when Florida Marlins, an expansion team, beat one of the greatest Major League Baseball lineups of all time in 7 games. So come on, this ain't nothing new. We, as Cleveland fans, we do this to ourselves. Casemiro, Neri. Nick Ball's definitely not. Yeah, that's a crazy statement, Fresh BX. I think King of Fitness is trying to back his bet because I know he's taking Ray. And all you guys who are taking Ray, don't call him Ray Savage. Call him Raymond Ford, because sometimes you betters get honey dick by nicknames. Don't call him Ray Savage. That's not his name. Raymond Ford. His name is Raymond. He's a 5'6.5" fighter who fights at 126 pounds, who got Molly, who got beat at 126 pounds, won a lot of close fights at 126 pounds, fights he should have probably lost in the cards. Now he's fighting at 130 pounds against a big 130. In my opinion, it's him and Navarrete. Dude, who is better than Shock at 130? You got Navarrete that I would probably, if Navarrete versus Shock, it's hard to bet against Navarrete because he always wins me money. But Raymond Ford is just a guy that's going to get, he's going to get beat up against Shock. It's not a good matchup. Yeah, people are sleeping, dude. Shock is nice and crispy, accurate. Shock's game, just his diverse skill set on both sides of the plate, offense and defense. One thing that concerns me is Shock for his no, the fight's in Texas. Matchroom, I mean, Shock did get screwed against Robesi the first time. That was a crazy score. But, they did the right thing. I think, play the draw. Claggett is 10 years older. Azim Speed and British ref help. I don't know, man. I don't think Azim stops Claggett. I already got a ticket for the draw. And the draw could be live. I wrote in the Discord, stylistically very similar quality, front foot, high volume, aggressive fighters. I don't like what I saw with Valle 2 fights ago. We were watching the fight. Yacassi Valle was presented to us as the next in line. She's fighting for a world title. She was presented to us as like they're always trying to find who's next. Who's the next Serrano? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And we see it in the women's divisions time and time again. Massive. Like, how is Juarez a 4-1 dog? She's the champ against Yacassi Valle. They're acting like Valle's a world beater. So if we're talking about value, there's 100% value on the current world champion at plus 340. Value there. You're not going to Ryan Hong. Yeah. Dude, how old's Unk now? 72? 73? Dude, he's a lifelong athlete. That's why he's the GOAT. Tony Mundine, Chalk's dad, the GOAT. Whenever you talk about Australian boxing, you must always start. If it's not Unk, it's Lionel Rose. You know I got your back, Rons. Rons, you going to Origin tomorrow? I was just coaching Luke downstairs in my gym. He said he's probably not going to go to Origin because of the rain. I was like, come on, man up. Juarez versus Valle fight in Texas, so it assume vocal Mexican crowd favoring Juarez, but Valle younger, taller, slight edge. I just don't. She's not. Yeah, look, guys, bet at your own risk with the ladies. We got time. We're still riffing. We're still This is our era. This time of the week, the boys, we know. We're in our film study phase. We're riffing off each other. The only 4 shores that I got is Shock Foster on the money line and Shock to win on points. Do I think OKC advances? I don't think so. I like the Spurs in that series. Yeah, Shock, Lil Ray. I just think there's levels, man. You have when you have a sample size of a fighter, when you look at fighters, look how pissed the Cavs fans are. See, dude, those New York fans are in Cleveland dancing shoulder to shoulder if you're watching the game. The Cleveland fans, this ain't no joke. Them cats ain't playing. We don't have a good economy. We don't come from anything. Being born and raised in Northeast Ohio, it's cold 9 months out of the year. It's raining. It's snowing. The economy's shit. You got to worry about getting robbed at the ATM. You got to worry about slush and dirty snow and black ice. You think we're going to be sitting in our home arena as we're getting swept against New York happy about it? Motherfuckers are going to be wanting to scrap. Shit. Let's just go down. Yeah, let's just go down by 50. Why not? Clean cut 50. Let's do it. Damn, dude, this is crazy. This is why I don't watch any of my sports teams in public. There's no way I'm watching Sham. When you got punk ass Shaman hitting threes, nobody plays defense. Nobody even cares. Fire Kenny Atkinson. I hate Cleveland. Foster fight is in his hometown. Historically heavy favorites. Texas on the cards. Foster by points. Yeah, that's my play. Foster on point. That's not the one I'm overthinking. The one I'm thinking of is Sonny Edwards' brother to get upset against Psycho. Like, let's pull it. Oh, we got a disconnect. I'm going to pull the odds up. I forgot. I didn't know that the one screen disconnected. Okay, I'm gonna pull up box track. Did anyone have you guys taped Psycho, South African fighter? Dude, if I was betting full units on the Cavs this playoffs, I'd be poor. I'd be broke. These cats can't make layups. They can't make threes. Our pets' heads are falling off. We have no jobs. We have no food. Our pets' heads are falling off. They really need to update Charlie. They really, really need to update Charlie Edwards' box rec photo, boy. They got my man looking like he's 14. Why does he look like Sid from Toy Story though out here with the box? That hairstyle was in fashion like 2011. They need to update that joint. This is recent body of work, boys. I'll click on the South African. Psycho, like no, bitch. What's up, player? My man look like a mix of R. Kelly and Avant. My man look like, yo, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Shit. What is Psycho coat hole? If you don't know who Avant, let me post on that. My man look like a mix of if you, man, tell me Psycho don't look like Avant. He look like a young Avant. I can read your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking. Cleveland, Ohio in the house. Now that we're separated, we can't stand one another. When we were together, we never turned our backs on each other. Oh, but now that we're separated, we can't stand one another. My man Psycho looks like a young Avant. Dude, and Renee Calito is a dog, man. We've watched Renee fight multiple times. I have to watch that fight. Renee fought Willibaldo Garcia, and we streamed that fight. Isn't Renee a world champion now? I have to watch this fight. Renee lost that second fight to Willibaldo. So Willibaldo's a Renee can fight, man. So if you guys are thinking about taking Psycho, I have to watch the tape. I'll let you know in a day or so. I have to see what Psycho looked like against Renee. But that's where I stand on that. Calito, good box. Those Mexicans are awkward, man, with their style, volume. Cleveland's down 30. All right. Let's see what else we got, boys. Nick Ball is world level. He drew against Marcus. Nick Ball got knocked out against Brandon. Shut up. I never rated Nick Ball. Ray Ford sparring Shakur. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Valley see history vault. You remember? See, the longer you're in our Discord, the more trauma will build. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in that Discord. We're not just betting on fights. We watch every single fight. We know Yokasta Valley had us all sweating and tripping, and then you see her in another fight against a world champion, and she's the 4-1 favorite. You start thinking, man, are they not watching the fights? So I'm not saying I did it, but I understand. All right, so we'll look at the odds. We'll look at the odds. And then we'll bring up the resumes. We'll do this like distinguished gentlemen. We'll keep it together. I'll calm down a bit. I'll get over and get past the fact that the Cavs season is over. They get swept on their home court. They have no heart. Kenny Atkinson can't coach. Donovan Mitchell is playing like he's in high school. And the Beard plays no defense and turns the ball over. And Max Strus can't hit a three. And Sam Merrill shouldn't be on the court. And Dean Wade shouldn't be in the league. But once we get past all that, we will look at these records. Here are the odds. Lourdes Juarez is the champion. She's a plus 320. Let's look at the resumes. Yacasta Valley almost was our parlay wrecker last fight. We don't forget, and you shouldn't forget. I hate Cleveland. All right, then. All right, then. All right, then. All right, so she is a minimum weight world champion, WBC. I thought Bustillos beat her. I'm not the only one. Look, split decision against the Spars. Like, she just had a lot of close calls for me, man. A lot of close calls. Split decision against Esparza. Majority decision against Bustillos. This is Juarez. 39. Maybe they think. I mean, the Neri Plata fight. And she's coming off a close win against Plata. Like these girl fights are. All I'm saying is, I don't think any girl fighter should be a 4-1 favorite. That's all I'm saying. You know, if there's a world title fight going on, anything could happen. No. Raymond Ford is your boy. Savage is not your boy. Don't be confused by nicknames and get caught betting because dudes have cool nicknames. No, man, the rain is keeping me home. My next visit is to be a zoo. Oh, we're going. We're definitely going Zoo Spence. Let's go. Hopefully that's probably going to be at the Olympic Park, right? We'll go. Oh no, the Cavs fans are going to be at the Knicks in Cleveland. Whatever we will do. But thinking Queensland is going to work a forward. You think so? Send me your picks. Ron, send me your picks, baby. Help me out with the NRO. Charlie Edwards moving down from 18 to 15 concerns me. Weight cut issues might happen for Edwards. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to watch the Kalido fight versus Psycho, and we'll see. We got time. I posted AI analysis for Azim Claggett. Let's check it out. All right, guys, this is for all the non-VIPs. You're about to see the veil. So this is our Discord. It's not. I got 15 messages in here. I'll get back to you, boy. If you guys have messaged me, inboxed me on Discord, and I haven't gotten back to you, I'll get back to you. Be patient. All right. So we have a film study area. So you said you posted AI. Did you, Azim Claggett? So we have a new section, AI prediction analysis. Oh, there you go, Rudy. Rudy. All right, so guys, if you're in the Discord, this is one of the best benefits is we are a well-researched community. We have guys like Rudy who posts. We have AI analysis sections. We have film study sections. This is dope. Why is Claggett a dangerous underdog? So I'm not gonna bore. I'm not gonna sit here and read this. But if you are in our Discord, go to this section and take advantage. We launched the AI prediction analysis section 3 days ago. This is a box. We have our boxing section, MMA section, and if Ron is still on, for all the Aussies, we have our NRL section. So Ron's, you got to get in here, brother. I need some tips for the Origin. I always take Katoni Stags to score in Origin. In AFL section, we have baseball, soccer, the whole shebang. Followed by asking if Claggett is a live dog. It's a close fight. I'm taking Edwards. Are we betting on it? Ray J got starched this weekend, man. Maybe it's because I grew up around boxing my whole life and walked into it. I walked into a gym as a 7-year-old, and we know the sport. I don't like seeing these sort of celebrity types getting knocked out because in my head, all I see is Ray J getting knocked out, and I instantly go to, oh, that's minus 5 years of life expectancy, or that's forever headaches. I think people don't understand what reoccurring headaches feel like. I wish I could tell all these sort of influencer guys who think that they want to show off their ego in boxing. All it takes is one bad knockout to live the rest of your life with headaches. It's not a good thing. I hate Cleveland. I hate the Cavs. I hate the Browns. And the Guardians lost today. We at least are in first place in the Central, but they lost today. Their offense disappeared. Oh, what's up, Tavon? Look, man, this is a bit of a weird live because we're watching Cleveland getting spanked. First-hand spanked. Cavs getting spanked so bad. Johnny's singing solos. Did Kelsey keep Kelsey out of Cleveland, even though he's from Shaker? Shaker Heights in the house. I think Ray wins. Trey Duck in the house. What's up, Trey? Kenny Atkinson. Well, yeah. Kenny Atkinson said we're up 2-1. Analytically, we up 2-1. Shut your punk ass up. We ain't up 2-1. We blew a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter. We're about to get swept on our home court. Donovan Mitchell's playing well, at least. Spider. And you know what the worst thing about being a Cleveland fan is the social media. On the Cavs social media, it's almost like who's your favorite guy? Like I heard Teddy Atlas has taken some heat lately because he doesn't he'll post who wins a fight, like kind of what I do, but then he'll change. He'll be like, oh no, I said this guy. It's like, bitch, you do realize the internet exists and that everybody in your group said you picked this fighter, and now after the fight, you said that you picked the guy who won. Cleveland Cavs Instagram social media will get swept and they'll post like we won. It'll be like hashtag let them know, hashtag we up. Like, no, we up is us. That's my hashtag. It's like post what really happened. Say that our punk asses got swept on our home court. We blew a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter in game 1. We never recovered. We're soft. We can't offensive rebound. We can't hit three-pointers. Our coaching staff, Kenny Atkinson's execution of a game plan is horrible. He coaches with no nuts and he's afraid to yell at his players. Do a post that says that and I'll be happy. What has Shock done that makes levels above Ray Ford? He's won titles at 130 pounds. He beat Stephen Fulton, who you guys said who was going to beat Shock Foster. Don't do revisionist history. Go look at all the videos. Everybody said Cool Boy Steph was going to beat him. Cool Boy Steph was coming off a career resurgence victory, and he got dog-walked. Robesi Ramirez should have beat him twice. The first fight said he lost the decision. He won that fight. I had it 8-4. Second fight, Robesi Ramirez, all the hype was supposed to be the guy. So, go through the resume. Shock Foster's that dude. Best 130-pound fighters in the world, Navarrete, Shock. I think Robesi has a lot left. I know Robesi is good. I like Robesi's move to RGBA. I like Robesi's move to RGBA because you know he's going to get good sparring. You know Robert Garcia is going to, get in his ass in terms of, doing the little things. Hitting the bag, hitting sparring, hit your road work. That's a gym you go to. You tend to have good results if you're not from there and you go there. Wasn't when Ryo beat the brakes off of didn't one of the best versions of Ryo we saw recently, wasn't it after he did a camp at RGBA? Psycho looks like Boots if he cut his beard. Shout out to Boots. Guys, we got Boots and Xander coming up. That fight's, the closer we get to fight night, the more and more I'm not betting against Iran. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are gonna hate me for it. He ain't never do nothing. He ain't never beat no. Are you gonna bet against Iran? Teron Ennis is a freaking beast, dude. He's switch hitter, got power, good feet, great athlete, fast, big, strong, never lost. How many rounds has Teron Ennis lost in his career? Xander Zayas does a lot of things really well, but the thing that Xander Zayas doesn't do well, I don't think he does anything better than Teron. He doesn't punch harder than Teron. He's not faster than Teron. He's not as versatile as Teron. He doesn't have a bigger offensive artillery as Teron. His reflexes aren't as good as Teron. So, I initially was like, I'm going to take Xander. I like Xander. I like Xander. Like, he's more complete, or he's well-rounded. He's experienced. He's younger. He's a world champion. He's bigger. But then the closer I get to fight now, I'm like, what? Okay, let me dissect all that. Let me not be married to this idea. And now let me say that Teron's going to win. And so whenever there's these big fights, that's what I'll do. I'll go all in on one fighter on purpose, and then I'll unpeel it. I'll go all in on the other fighter on purpose, and I'll unpeel it. It's what I did. It's what we did with all these big fights. We can't let no. New York, it will never happen, Tavon. It will never happen. New York Knicks will never win a title. They're terrible. They have bad karma. They're the worst fans in the league. No one's a Knicks fan. Boots looks like Jalen. He does look like a little like Jalen Brown. He does look a little like Jalen Brown. You know what's crazy is I was watching. How many of you guys do you remember when SGA played for the Clippers before the trade? SGA, you really want to have a head scratcher? Pull up SGA highlights when he was with the Clippers. It's so weird to see. I think I'm gonna treat Shock and Ford like Bud and Spence my heart is with Ford, but Shock probably edges it. Yeah, I think so, man. I know a lot of people are with Ray Ford. I don't know why. I don't know how you could say he's the better boxer than Shock Foster. It's boxing. It is. It's boxing. It's who could score more points, who could win more rounds, who could hit and not get hit, who could catch and counter, who could use the ring, who's more technical, who's more skilled, who's more accurate, who's the bigger guy. All of that is all that Shock Foster. Clancy was a great fight. I thought playing a lot was outworked her. That's another one. So History Vault. Are you taking the dog here, bro? Cleveland's down 40, guys. If you guys were counting, Cleveland's down 40. Just go down 50. Just make it a clean 50. 50. We'll wash our hands clean. These cats were happy. This is the difference of a non-LeBron Cleveland team. These fools were happy just making it to the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. And you guys will never get me to say negative things about my king, our king, LBJ, bringing a chip to Cleveland, boy. How many championships has New York had? LeBron will always be the king in Cleveland because of what he did in 2016. We have no pro championships. The Indians haven't won one since 1948. The Browns have never won a Super Bowl since the merger. The Cavs, they become a franchise in the 70s, never even been to one. LeBron comes, takes us to 2007. Look at the team he took in 2007 against San Antonio. Look who's on the court with him. Ira Newble, Sasha Pavlovich, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and I think Booby Gibson on the down low. That team had no business. And that was the team that dethroned that dominant Pistons team. The Pistons had like 5 Hall of Famers, if not close. They had Chauncey, they had Rip, They had Ben Wallace. They had Tayshaun Prince. And LeBron dethroned that team with nobody. I'll never forget, I think it was Game 7. LeBron scores in the fourth quarter and overtime, the last 28 points of the game, and was flexing on cats. What's up, boys? Oh, Julius, now you're talking my language, baby. No, you're talking. We think Psycho is. I think Psycho's live. I don't believe in all these little Charlie Edwards hypes and all these little things. I think those South Africans got a little bit of. I kind of watch South African boxing. I think they're on the come up. Zeus Spence, Allianz Stadium. We're going, Adu. For all you JSB insiders who live in the Sydney area, we're going. We'll meet up. We'll get on the piss. We'll get crazy. Who are your UFC picks? It's coming. The Macau cards. Yep, it's coming. Andresa. Wrong. In my opinion, in case of horses for courses, if it was raining, then I would have picked New South Wales. The fact that Lori Daly has picked a specialist center on the wing and a half bag of five. You need to get in our Discord, Rons. You need to start educating the NRL chat with all this little insider stuff. I think Katoni, same. Katoni is my guy. He's still young, too. Katoni's been in the game forever. He's not that old. You know what I mean? He's still in his physical prime. The dude is a top-level athlete. I think Ennis is the next face of boxing. Shakur is good, but not entertaining. I don't disagree with any of that, except I think Shakur is really entertaining. Shakur is probably one of my favorite fighters to watch. I love what he does, but that's just... Boxing is so, person to person. Objective. You could like what you like. You could dislike what you dislike. He's never going to be a knockout artist, but I just love the Shakur fights with a sense of like almost invincibility. His skill set is just so many levels above everybody. He makes really good fighters look average. He makes great fighters look average, so much so people were in my Discord this morning were saying that Adam Azim would knock out Teofimo Lopez. I was like, dude, this sort of craziness is almost making me take Steve Claggett out of spite. But it was only because Shakur is so much better than everybody and made Teo, who is world-class, look average. And because Shakur did that, you got cats in my Discord saying, Alan Mazin he would knock out Teo. What? Out of spite, I might take Claggett. Sorry, boy. You guys got me riled up. It's Tuesday. I've been up since 4 a.m. I've trained 3 times today. I've had 4 clients. I've uploaded videos, live stream. I got a couple more clients. I'm going to go to bed today like 4 p.m. Bro, you don't think LeBron's better than Jordan, do you? It's nah. I mean, Jordan meant you can't. Who's the better athlete? Who would win? Like, it's just so much. Michael Jordan was the first grown man to make me cry. That wasn't my dad. The first grown man, the only man ever to make me cry that wasn't my dad was Michael Jordan. When I was younger, my dad was a disciplinarian. That motherfucker would get in our ass, boy. But in 1989, when I was 7, Game 5, Richfield Coliseum, Craig Elo hits a little bunny with about 12 seconds left. We go up 1. We're about to play, advance to the next round. And this was before Jordan was Jordan. This is before they advanced. This is before they had won a world championship. And Elo's guarding him. And we saw the shot, right? The top of the key. You watch that shot in slow motion. He crosses Craig Elo up. Boom. As he raises to shoot the shot, all of the fans in Cleveland are up like this. As the ball goes through the net, Jordan goes like this and jumps to celebrate, and all the Cavs fans collapse. And I had to go in our kitchen under the table to cry so my dad wouldn't see me cry and call me a pussy. On that note, I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon.